Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a gossip chat. Who says it? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody. Okay, y'all know it's the blogs all up and through. Okay. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, so make sure to inhale and exhale. Okay, you inhale and you exhale. Okay, we have to relax, relate, release, center yourself because we know a lot is going on. Okay, and stuff. Do not forget to also like this video, to comment in the comment section, to share it on your social media, and as always, you can follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, because you know what I'm saying, that's the place to be for with me, because I be having looks of the day, I be having all these things that y'all need to see, and it's always on my IG. Okay, and of course, all that information is also where in the description box below. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. And now she's a wife. Raven-Symoné, we have all loved from The Cosby Show. She was also on That's So Raven. She was also on The View, you know, the whole Cheetah Girls and all these things. She has always been in the entertainment business or whatever. She recently got married. Okay, now we know that Raven is a lesbian. Now she's usually very, very private. I didn't even know that she had a girlfriend, let alone someone that she was gonna marry. Now Raven is currently 34. Her now wife Miranda is 32, and they got married over the weekend. You know, Raven and her seems to be absolutely happy. They got matching tattoos, you know, that says P and M, because Raven-Symoné's last name is Pierman, Miranda's last name is Madej, you know, and now Miranda goes by Miranda Pierman Madej. Their wedding rings are different, but Raven's very different. Some people don't like Raven. I like her because she beats to the drum of her own beat in an orchestra that no one else goes to besides her. Okay, and that's fine by me. I also don't mind that she happens to have married a white woman. I don't see race when you marry people. I think, you know, you love who you love and that's it. And you know, the whole, you know, I like their outfit. They both was in like little jumpsuits and seeing both in two different kind of heels. Where Raven had on like little boots, and old girl had on, not old girl, but Miranda had on, you know, some little black heels or whatever. It's very cute. Okay, it's very cute. And you know what I'm saying, we're gonna let them be. So yeah, she's now someone's wife. Raven is someone's wife, and we have to love that for her. Okay, so congratulations to the happy couple. So, Louisiana rapper Hurricane Chris. Y'all remember Hurricane Chris? Hurricane Chris, to my knowledge, had like two really good hits. He had A Baby, and then he also had Halle Berry, Hollywood, Halle Berry. Those songs or whatever. Back in like 2007, 2009. So, rapper Hurricane Chris today on June 18th, okay, was arrested for second-degree murder. Okay, now reportedly he was arrested today on June 19th. The report says that he shot a man who ended up dying, okay, in Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, it happened at a Texaco gas station, and you know, Chris's real name was Christopher Dooley. Hurricane Chris, and how, you know, the guy tried to like take his car, he tried to like carjack him or whatever, so he shot him in self-defense. Allegedly, okay, the reviewed footage of the gas station don't show that. And not only that, the car in which Chris was saying that the guy was trying to take from him wasn't Chris's car. The car was reported stolen out of Texas. Okay, so for some reason, a car that was reported stolen out of Texas, Hurricane Chris ended up with the car in Louisiana, which ain't that far or whatever from each other. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Now he has it, and so it's one count of second degree murder and then one count of illegal possession of stolen things because the car was stolen. We'll see. So Tamar and K.Michelle are sort of kind of back beefing, I guess we can say, or is K.Michelle beefing with herself? So I mean, I think a child isn't petty, but I'm here to give it to you. Okay, so Tamar was on Maddie's show, you know, the Queen Supreme Court. Okay, she was on Maddie's show. I don't even think it was recently. I think it was like either a couple weeks ago, whatever. On the YouTube show that she does, Maddie asked Tamar, you know, what she do with verses, and Tamar said, "With who?" Now, the first thing I'm gonna say is Tamar saying "with who," as if no one that compares to her, I think was complete bullshit. I don't know why she reacted as if, you know what I'm saying, she's Toni Braxton and who could dare, you know, battle with me. Anyway, when Maddie then replied, you know, K.Michelle, you know, would you do a versus battle with K.Michelle? She did not respond. She got quiet. She was like moving around, like ducking and dodging, like holding a cup in her face. She had like some little bell or some little thing in her hand. It was weird. It was very, very weird. It was shady. I don't think it was messy, but it was shady. I think what Tamar could have said was, no, probably not. Like, and left it at that. You know, she also could just not say nothing. Like, she had the right to not say anything. But I do feel that she didn't say or react any way that warranted what allegedly came next, okay? We then see K.Michelle on her live or on some video where she is alleging that she never said Tamar's name. Let's say that she never said Tamar's name, but it has been alleged that she was speaking about Tamar. Okay, now she brought up how Tamar supposedly, allegedly, was out here sleeping with Jermaine Dupri's daddy, and that Jermaine Dupri's either his mama or his father's wife beat Tamar up and drug Tamar out of the elevator and all these things. Now, we also don't know when any of this happened. I feel like at the end of the day, it's all team too much. But K.Michelle think like, I ain't the one who was out here sleeping with a married man. Like, who sleeps with a married man? I mean, many people do. You shouldn't. Okay, that's nasty, but whatever. And so that was her retaliation towards Tamar, allegedly. Now, we know Tamar and K.Michelle had beef back in the day, mainly because when K.Michelle was acclaiming and alleging that Memphis, you know, used to abuse her, Tamar was one of the people who did not believe her. I believe Tamar said publicly that she did not believe K.Michelle, and that's where their feud started, and they was going back and forth for a while, but they had squashed that beef a couple years ago. They beefed for a couple years, you know what I'm saying, messy and petty back and forth, but they left that alone, and you know what I'm saying, had a little truth and one nothing up. So we then seen Tamar did not respond directly initially, but her and her man David, okay, her and man David was on YouTube. They have a YouTube show now, I guess, or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And David went into, you know, that, you know, when that happened, you know, I felt so sad. I felt so hurt, okay, that she had, you know, now Tamar has to defend herself, you know, and I can't believe that someone, you know, would say these things, you know, and all these things that typical a man would say in defense of their woman. Now, they even went on to say, you know, and I think, you know what I'm saying, I was more upset than Tamar was. I don't believe that. I believe Tamar was pissed about what K.Michelle said, whether it was false or true, okay? He then went into, like, you know, we need to pray for her. They didn't do a whole prayer. I'm like, okay. And it makes me sad that Tamar has to defend herself against something which is false. Well, I feel like, first of all, David, if you wasn't with her when the allegations, you know, when supposedly it happened, how do you know it's false? I know you feel that way because she probably told him it's false, but again, I digress. Now, Tamar then went on to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm just so tired, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be involved in any other negativity, mainly because whenever I try to defend myself, when I try to respond to things, my words get misconstrued, my words get all mixed up or whatever, people feel some kind of way. I feel like, Tamar, the reason when you say shit, you know, things go left because you don't ever just say something and leave it at that. You add all the extras onto it that pisses people off. Tamar could have easily just come on and said, what anybody is alleging happened with me isn't true. I have not slept with no married man. Neither have I ever been dragged off an elevator by someone's wife. That's all I will say on this matter. Again, I'm not, engaging in any of this negativity at all. And she could have left it at that. I think that would have been an easy response. It doesn't put any more fuel on the fire. So that way, K.Michelle can't then come back and say something even more crazy. Because all Tamar is saying is, you said this happened, I'm saying it didn't. Boom, it's done. K.Michelle always wants people to look at her differently, but she doesn't act different. You can't act different for like a month or two, and then all of a sudden you on live, on IG live, whatever live it was, being defaming Tamar. And my thing is, I'm a Tamar shit, but I also call Tamar on her bullshit. Tamar didn't do nothing. She didn't. And truth be told, in this current time of us trying to all unite, K.Michelle, you selfish as hell to want to come after Tamar for no real reason. No real reason. It could be that Tamar is getting attention right now. Okay, it could be that. And no one is really paying much attention to K.Michelle. And she wanted some attention. Well, now you got it. Okay, K.Michelle, sit your talented ass down somewhere and read a book, read a Bible, make a drink. I don't care, just do something. But, leave people alone, girl. Leave them alone. Jesus Christ. Baby girl, okay, we all know B.Simone. I've been going through it, but I mean, isn't it her own fault? So B.Simone was all in the news for different reasons, but recently, the whole plagiarism, she didn't write this, she didn't write that, she stole this from other content creators, she stole it from white women, and why black people tear her down, why can't black people support black girl, all this stuff, okay? So, we now know B.Simone is not a writer, okay? She did not write no book, truth be told. So she came out on her own IG page, did like a little 2-minute, I want to accept responsibility for lying, okay? So she was accused of plagiarism of a few other content creators came out and said that, the book that she said that she wrote, it turns out she didn't write much of it. I mean, the most that may have been hers was the pictures of herself, okay? But she's not a writer. She's a copy and paster, okay? A copy and paster. Now, I mean, baby girl, what's going on? She admitted, my team dropped the ball, you know what I'm saying? I had no idea about this. We had hired a third party company to, to manifest the book that I wanted to manifest, okay? I had a vision to put out a book to help women manifest things in their life. I wanted to tell my story, okay? It seems the things that she plagiarized, I don't get. Again, if you wanted it to be your story, how did you not get that wasn't your story? I don't understand it, okay? And again, even though my team dropped the ball, even though we hired someone else, even though I didn't know what they was doing, even though all these things, I want to take responsibility because I am the coach, I'm the boss, I'm the this, and I'm the that. You was a fool of a coach, okay? Because that means your team don't know what they're doing. And again, yes, she says because, I have to take, my role in this. But the part that I did not like is she kept repeatedly saying, my team dropped the ball. I didn't know this, I didn't know that. But the book was about you. The book was supposed to be about how you manifested things in your life, okay? Did you proofread it? No. It's like, I don't get how she's saying that, I had no idea, that this third party company had went and did things I had no idea about. And they say the company who is her manager's company. That's the crazy part. So you have a whole team of fools. But see, this is what happens when you don't have a 9-to-5 person around you. If everybody around you is a goddamn entrepreneur, if everybody around you was up at 3 a.m. doing emails, no one is at the office at 9 a.m. to see this isn't even B.Simone's life. And even if they came to you with all this stuff, how did you not ask them? So who came up with this? How did it come to fruition? Those are the kind of boss ass questions you're supposed to ask. And I feel like B.Simone knew they copy stuff. They just did not know what's called plagiarism. You can't be out here talking reckless about how much of a boss you are and how much you don't want this and you don't want that when you don't know how to do 2 + 2 equals it ain't my book. Okay, that's my issue. Again, she'll bounce back from it. She will. However, she need to stop saying I had no idea. That ain't how it go when you the boss. That's not how entrepreneurship works. It isn't at all. And even if you hire somebody else to do the leg work, you should still have final say so over everything. You should always cross your T's, dot your I's, okay? Because if you don't, then you look like Boo Boo the Fool. And currently, Simone is out here looking like Boo Boo the Fool. She said that it's an investigation, so I can't say much more about that. So when did it become an investigation? Like, at what point? Like, y'all had to have known beforehand that it was some shit up in the water. But I mean, we shall see. I do think she can't write another book, and if she do, she gonna have to do a video recording herself writing word by word before anyone believes that she did it herself. Because again, you manifested this drama into your life. Next time, hire somebody who works a 9 to 5. Love you though, baby girl. Honey, I almost forgot to cover this. And Nene sometimes is just foolish, okay? She was doing an interview with, I believe, I don't know who the people was, okay? I think it was somebody out of the country, like in Africa. And they was asking her why did she walk out of the reunion. When she didn't even walk out, she put her computer down, okay? And, she went on to say how, I have been ganged up on and I have been asking and telling them all this time to stop letting it happen for me to be ganged up on and everything, you know what I'm saying? And, it's one thing if one person is talking to one person, you know what I'm saying? But when it's 4 and 5 people ganging up on one person saying, I was ganged up on, you know what I'm saying? And people wonder what ganged upon mean. I'm like, nobody is wondering what that word means. And no one wonders what it means. She then said, if y'all wonder what it means, she says how George Floyd was ganged up on physically. The same way I was ganged up on, with all of them coming at me. I said, did you really just compare what happened to George Floyd to you being on a reality show reunion show where y'all are talking about what happened this season and you had issues with more than one person and each of them people was talking to you about what they had an issue with you about? I had about 3 of her old faces just to be able to say each one of them is a damn fool. Nene, you weren't ganged up on. You were not ganged up on at all. You had, and them women had issues and y'all was having a conversation. Each season, somebody is in the hot seat. It was your season, but for you to compare your situation with that was the most asinine, the most idiotic, the most selfish and petty thing I think have came out your mouth in a long ass time. Okay, it's just stupid. And then to make it seem as if, because it's so negative. The show was so negative. You know what I'm saying? You are a part of the negativity. And I feel like Nene just wants attention. Because who will compare a reunion conversation to the George Floyd situation? I'm like, that man died. Okay? That man died. And that ain't got shit to do with you. At all. So I need Nene to shut the fuck up forever. Okay? Go ahead, sit down somewhere and be quiet. Okay? Just hush your mouth. Now she be saying this some foolish shit. And I'm just like, I cannot believe she compared the two. So Nene, all your faces, okay, from before surgery and after, need to have several seats, and you are not the winner of not Nan's show. I get the Housewives is my baby, you know what I'm saying, and I want to succeed, you know what I'm saying. You have been a part of the bullshit season after season after season, and don't act as if you have ever been a part of that negativity. And I'm not saying that anyone can grow and not want to be negative any longer. However, the amount of negativity that you bring negative vibes as well. You can't be the coach until you've learned how to be a player. Okay. Well, we don't know what's going on here, but We do actually. So, Love B. Scott, had posted on, I think it was Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Wednesday or yesterday, that Nene Leakes was fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, at first, I'm like, oh my God, let me do a video. But I say, you know what? You need to wait. So we know Nene has been with the Housewives of Atlanta since season 1. She has missed a season or 2. We know on season 12, she was gone for half of the season. So Love B. Scott said she was fired from Housewives of Atlanta, that her contract was not renewed, that she was not sent a renewal contract, which is true. She has not received a renewal contract. However, what is true as well is that they're in negotiations. Okay, what I feel like is happening, Nene has been fussing and beefing and having issues with producers, the cast, a lot of people, even the network within itself, because Nene feels like she is the queen of it all, and I feel like she should have more respect than what she has. However, what she fails to realize is she's a bitch. Okay, and I don't mean that because she happens to be a female who happens to be African American, who happens to be very strong willed and very opinionated. That ain't what I mean. What I mean is Nene, no matter what else she could be or whatever, she is still difficult to deal with when she doesn't have to be. Nene is difficult when it has nothing to do with standing up for herself. She's just difficult to be difficult. You know what I'm saying? And for that, she's a bitch. So it's difficult to want to root for her now. We all love Nene, like from season 1 through like season 6 or 7 or whatever. Around seasons 8, now that is when Nene started to get a little bit beside herself. So I'm not surprised that Nene had not already had a contract agreed upon. Right now, I feel like negotiations is what she's doing. Is they're offering her, like part-time work. Okay, not a full-time housewife. They're probably offering her less money because let's face it, we cannot act like if Nene leaves the show, we will stop watching. If that's the case, when she left for season 9, we would have stopped watching. Season 9 was one of the highest rated seasons of Housewives, which was the season that Nene was not on there. Nene was not on there much this season either, and everyone still did what? They still watched. It's not, we can't act like Nene makes the show. I've seen people say, well, she needs her own show. If Nene ain't had her own show in 12 seasons, she don't need her own show. I would not be upset if Nene left. I say all the time, they do need to freshen up this show. Vicky Gunkelson is gone from our Housewives of Orange County. We know Lisa Vanderpump is no longer on the Beverly Hills franchise. The show can survive without Nene. However, she wasn't fired. Okay, she wasn't fired. She's in negotiations. And her people say, it's absolutely, not true that Nene has been fired. It was made abundantly clear prior that she will always be welcome on the series as long as she wants to be. We are having ongoing bigger picture conversations with NBC and have not made any decisions regarding next season specifically. Anyone stating anything, other than that, it's just, making up stuff. I don't think B. Scott made up anything. I think he said what was true. Nene has not been offered a new contract. They're in negotiations. Other casts have gotten contracts. Nene was not one of them. Now, the only person we know for a fact that has gotten a contract is Portia, because Portia put it on IG after Nene. It was rumored that Nene was being let go and stuff. But who is leaving the show is Eva. Okay, Eva put out a statement saying how she would not be back this season. Now, did she quit? I doubt it. I think they did the same thing with Eva that they probably did with Nene. Offered her less of a role, less money. You don't have your peach. Do you want to come back? And she probably said, after thinking about it, no, I don't want to come back based on what y'all offering me. Okay, I don't think that she just wasn't offered anything. Eva has not given us much at all on the show. I think each time she's been on the show, she's been pregnant. And which isn't a good or a bad thing. If each season you're on here, you pregnant and ain't doing much, you ain't gonna be given much. And even though when she would go back and forth for people, it still wasn't much at all. So, I mean, I'm not sad to see her go, but I feel like Eva just doesn't, she's not interesting enough to be on this show. You know, Housewives has a specific type of person. You have to be entertaining. You have to have something going on. Even if it's not messy bullshit or whatever, it has to be some kind of business, something that you are consistently talking about. Or, you know, it's just she was giving us nothing. So I'm not surprised that she's gone. Now there's rumors that Kenya was also not asked to come back. I don't know how much I believe that, simply because Kenya, they wouldn't get rid of Nene and Kenya both. They would keep one or the other. But I do feel like we're going to get 2 new housewives. I think we'll get 2 new housewives, which will bring new blood into it. I think Cynthia can be knocked down to friend of the show. I don't think Cynthia needs a peach. I think Cynthia will also, she can be like a Marla, where she's still around. We still see her. You know, we'll see bits and pieces of her and Mike. But I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess the whole quarantine thing, the whole her and Mike wedding thing, they're supposed to get married in October. We shall see. We'll see who is and won't be back. We just know that Eva will not be back for sure. And the hosting gig goes to Amanda Seales. So yes, Amanda Seales will be hosting this year BET Awards 2020. I'm excited that she's the host. I know people don't like Amanda, but I do, so just deal with it. Now, I feel like people like, you know, why wouldn't they go with somebody who's hosted before? You know, what does she know? What? I'm like, if you don't know Amanda, then you probably would have those questions. However, y'all do know Amanda hosts her own little show. You know, she created her show Smart, Funny, and Black, where she's like the master ceremony. She hosts it. She has different guests on and everything. You know, she sings. It's humor. It's jokes. It's all these things. That is what a host is. A host is not there to perform songs. A host is there to entertain the crowd. And, you know, her Smart, Funny, and Black showcase is very, very much so entertaining. It really, really is. The only difference is this year will be virtual. So we will see how that goes. But I think that's more BT to figure out than Amanda to figure out. I still feel like there's a way to crack jokes as people are watching the show. I do think they can maybe have some people in a studio, you know what I'm saying, there's not a whole bunch of people or whatever. Even if she's in, you know, a little room, not a little room, a little hall that has maybe 100 people spread out 6 feet apart. You know, I don't think that's a big, well, not 100, maybe 50. I don't think that's a big deal, but I'm proud that BT is trying to use different people. If you keep having the same host every year, it's gonna get more and more boring. I mean, I like it or love it, Amanda is popular right now. I like it or love it, she's making a name for herself more and more and more. I will be watching, I will be tuning in, I will be reviewing as well. So we shall see. Well, the happy couple seems to possibly be still happy in a couple. So we know that Faith was arrested in late May for allegedly, apparently, domestic abuse against her husband, Stevie J. Now, neither one of them commented about the arrest. Neither one of them commented about it at all. The most that we saw was the fact that she was arrested. And we then seen Stevie J talking about, you know, everyday love on your spouse. Everyday love on them. And that was it. Well, we now find out that the charges against Faith have been dropped because her husband refused to testify against her or press charges. I mean, he was supposed to do that. Had he cooperated, Biggie would have came down from the heavens above and beat his ass. Okay, so Faith and Stevie has been pretty mum, pretty quiet about their relationship. I think they are a typical couple who have ups and downs. I'm like, well, who called the police? Did Stevie call the police? Did the kids call the police? Did the neighbors call the police? Because whoever called the police, that's who we gotta be upset with. Because if Stevie called the police on her, and which then got her arrested, he can't then not testify because you're the reason she was arrested in the first place. Okay, the only way Stevie can be off the hook is if he did not call the police on his wife, and whoever did call the police on your wife, they should be fined, okay, or put aside somewhere to never see y'all when she up there beating your ass. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. So we'll see what else happens. I mean, who knows? They need their own reality show. Then again, maybe not, because sometimes Stevie be teamed too much in the face, may punch him in the face on camera, and then it's proof. So we'll see what happens later. Okay. These two won't just stop it, okay? Why won't they stop it, okay? This is Future and Eliza Reign's daughter. Isn't she gorgeous, okay? How can y'all have such an adorable baby girl and y'all still out here fussing about child support? So we all know Future's one of the 13,000 baby mamas that he has is trying to get child support, okay? Because, I mean, if you get pregnant by Future and your name not Sierra, that's what you do. So she initially asked for $53,000 a month. Now that is that's team too much. But what I will say is the reason she assumed that's what she was entitled to, they were based that off Forbes saying that he was worth $20 million. Now I feel like that may have been a whole lie. And he don't have all that money. So in retaliation or in response to her asking for $53,000, Future, countered that and said, I'll give you $1,000 a month. Okay, that's what I can do. Now I feel like $1,000 a month is chump change compared to the lifestyle that Future puts on that he lives. Okay, I mean, I think a good amount a month for the baby is $5,000. I think that's not a bad price. Now with the $1,000 offer, he also offered to pay for the little girl's health care, which is cool or whatever. But I mean, $1,000 is still, I don't think that's a lot of money considering how much money he has, how much money he makes, and probably how much the other baby mamas get, per month. I'm sure that none of them other ones is getting only $1,000. But when you become baby mama number 8 or 7, I think she's 7. She's either 7, 8, or 9. We don't know. And she's number 15,755. Okay, but once you want the later baby mamas, you may not get as much money. Now, her lawyer said the reason they kind of asked for $50,000 and the reason it's taking them so long to get things situated is because Future refuses to hand over his financials. He refuses to get a breakdown of how much money he makes. I think he's doing that for one or two reasons. Because he does not make as much as he tells people he makes, or he has all that money and just doesn't want to pay her anything more than $1,000 per month. But still, this is your daughter. Stop it. Future, you can afford to give her $5,000 a month. Eliza, you can live with $5,000 a month. If you can't live with $5,000 a month to take care of a daughter who's like 1, then you was a whole ass gold digger and no good will come to you. Future, if you keep playing her and not want to help take care of that baby, nothing good will come to you either. Okay, there's only so many times your music can keep being played without people thinking he's a whole deadbeat of a whole couple of babies. Okay, we don't have time for the bull of the shits. We'll see what else happens. I mean, I wouldn't have taken $1,000 either. I would have countersued. I would have countered that and said, no, give me $15,000. He would then say, I'll give you $2,000. We would have went back and forth until I got $5,000 a month. And then, okay, I'll take that, and that's it. But I mean, $1,000 a month, and you are here on trips with Lori Harvey. You know what I'm saying? Going from all over the world, buying watches. Future, you full of shit. But I digress, girl. Let's move on. Baby news, baby news, baby news. Okay, some people have had babies, some people have announced pregnancy, some people we like, are you pregnant? Let's just talk about it really, really quickly, okay? So we all know TT from Growing Up Hip Hop. TT and Sean has had their baby, a bouncing baby boy. Ain't he cute? Little adorable little doodle, okay? Now the son name is Leif, and she had him recently. He's a cute little boy, and we think he's adorable, and that's all that really matters. We know that TT and Sean are now engaged, so now baby makes 3. Okay, and also Hazel E gave birth to her daughter as well. Her daughter name is Ava Dior Waller, and she's having a baby. I can't remember the guy's name. It may be Dante or Damien. It's something with a D. I don't know. They're on this season of Marriage Boot Camp, which was recorded a long time ago. That may be what she got pregnant at, because that was recorded months and months and months ago. And stuff. But again, she's adorable as well. She only did like a little video for the little baby. So this is a screenshot from the video that she had. But again, she still is a pretty, pretty little girl. Okay, so that's amazing. Blessings to her. Because she's been pregnant for a while, honey, for a whole while. Now also, Pusha T, you know, and his wife, I think her name was Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, is it Virginia? I think it's Virginia. But they had their baby girl, baby boy, I'm sorry. They had their son, whose name was Nigel Briggs Thornton. He is so handsome. Ain't he so handsome? Okay, look, all these little we need this wonderfulness in the world, okay? In the world, Craig. So that is the first baby for both Pusha and his wife. Okay, so that's good. And then also, Tiana Taylor announced in her video that she and her husband Iman are pregnant with their second baby. Now, we knew this a couple weeks ago, mainly because she was on live and her daughter kind of spoiled it. Her daughter was like, I want to kiss the baby. I'm trying to kiss the baby. So she was talking on the live, and Tiana couldn't really, she tried to cover it up, but we kind of was like, oh, somebody got a baby in their belly, and it must be Tiana. And because we had not been seeing her too much, and when we did see her on lives, her face was just much more fuller, the same way it was when she was pregnant with, baby Junie. So yeah, they are having another baby girl. So Iman will be a girl dad. It's so cute. She also had her music release party, and people were talking about how they did not have masks on with her being pregnant or whatever. It's like, no, we had masks on the whole time, but it's hard to breathe in the mask. And the minute all the stars took their masks off is when the photographer started snapping the pictures. So you see all these pictures of people with no mask on, but it's because the photographers start taking pictures at the same time to catch everyone with no mask on. But they had on like custom hazmat suits, so I think they were pretty safe. Okay, so congrats to the couple. Okay, I think the baby will be an amazing addition to the family. And then lastly, Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj has been stirring up trouble all around these parts. I did not comment on her in that boy 6ix9ine's video. I did not comment about her and that boy 6ix9ine being on live and her talking about how, only the street people can, feel some kind of way about snitches. Girl, bye. But I will comment on this. Nicki looks pregnant. Okay? She looks pregnant, and she has been posting things lately asking how she needs help with a bra size. You know what I'm saying? And she's been doing interviews, and just not showing her belly. She was on an interview with Lil Wayne. She was on the little screen or whatever, and she was sitting to wait where she was very, very much so covered. Her stomach was covered, so people were saying that she's trying to hide the fact that she's pregnant and that she wants to announce it later. I mean, this to me is announcing you're pregnant, because this to me does not, at all hide pregnancy. Nicki, unless she had her titties done again and got them even bigger, she's pregnant. Unless she got her, look, she looks pregnant. And Nikki had lost a lot of weight before. Not that she was ever big, but she had got really, really small. Well, no, she got a little bit thicker, and then she went away, and she came back, and she was felt. Okay, feel real, you know, was it SVL or whatever. She was real thin. Okay, and now you can see there's a bulge around her belly. Her belly looks plump. Her boobs look plump. Her face is plump. Okay, and they were saying that in the that Trolls video that they edited her stomach to be flat on some scenes. In the other scenes, she kept hiding her stomach, or she had stuff covering it. I mean, if she wants to wait till now she's pregnant, that's fine. But posting that picture, you look pregnant. No tea, no shade. It is what it is. But those are the people that I can remember that had either baby announcements, baby births, or we think they're pregnant. Okay, we'll see what happens later on when somebody else say, I'm pregnant too. Oh, okay. And lastly, let's get to some new music that we all should check out. So all of these artists has released stuff that we have to listen to. Okay, first up, y'all see Beyonce up there with the Black Power fist up in the air. So Beyonce released a new song, okay, today, Juneteenth. Even though y'all not getting this Saturday, it came out on Juneteenth. It was on Tidal. It is called Black Parade. It is already a bop. It is already a bop. We always know that Beyonce be working on stuff. She's always working on stuff, and we never know. Okay, so the song, it's a fast beat song. It's and she's going there, and I love it. So again, check out Beyonce's new song called Black Parade. It's already already have a little playlist with it on there. Okay, now we also have Wale. Wale came out with a new album called it's actually an EP. It's like, I think 5 or 6 songs. It's called The Imperfect Storm. And, you know, seeing the burned down building, the cars on fire is really, you know, what's going on now. Right now, we are living in an imperfect storm, but we are there nonetheless. Okay, we also see that John Legend has came out with a new album. Okay, it is called Bigger Love. Now, we know that he and Alicia Keys was on Versus tonight. And, you know, he played all his old songs, all his little hits or whatever. So I am very much so interested to see what his new album would be. Tiana Taylor came out with a new album as well. You know, the name of her album is called The Album. Okay, it is amazing. Tiana Taylor is very much so an underrated artist. It's very much so a whole vibe. So please make sure to stream it and listen to it as well. And then we know our darlings Chloe and Halle came out with their new album called Ungodly Hour. I've listened to it on repeat a couple of times. It's also a vibe. Okay, they are definitely growing up. They are definitely, you know, speaking their minds more. And this, you know, as they said before, they put things that they're going through in life in their music. Okay, because they were saying how a couple songs was about Diggy, you know, Diggy Simmons, but we don't know. But anyway, those are the albums I thought for y'all, you know, should check out this week. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's what I'm going to listen to this weekend. Anyway, okay, y'all know I started this this video in the daytime. It's now night. It's now nighttime. So I'm going to end it here. I'll have another one up because there's other little tidbit stuff I want to chit chat about. Everyone who's looking for, you know, reviews or information or conversation about everything going on in the world, I can't take all of that in, you know, like that or whatever. But please, you can go to, you know, Rox's channel. You can go to Bondi Blues channel. You can go to Ashley Miller's channel. They all cover that stuff in detail. I can't cover all of that too much because it gets all of my spirit and it makes me be off. So I touch on it here and there, but so much is happening emotionally, I can't do it. Okay, but you know, Bondi Blue, Ashley Miller, It's Rock, they all have been covering things in their top of the blogs, in the Bondi Blue show, in her What It Is video. You know, go to their channels and, you know, by all means, you know, they have all the information that, you know, we need. Yeah, I'm trying to cover stuff that's not about that right now. Once I'm able to be more, less emotional, then I'll, talk about some more stuff. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Do not forget to like, to comment, to share. To also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And I'm done. Peace.